Ooh. What's going on? I can't be on here for long. It's only gonna be for a little bit. I have a couple things I do want to go over. There is a video for Onision and Jack Doherty that I want to see, and Casey Tron. There's also a Nick Fuentes video I want to check out too, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to get to it. So I'm gonna hope that we have enough time, but if not, then I'll just make like a short video on it and then post it to the channel later. But for right now, the layout of how the stream's gonna go is Casey Tron made a message going to H3H3, and then Onision was denied in court for something. And then Jack Doherty gets trespassed out of place, and I wanna check all these out. So let's go ahead and check this stuff out. All right. And if the stream does get a little choppy, I'm not sure if it will, but I am uploading my video that I did with Random University yesterday, and it will be available 8 a.m. tomorrow. So oh really? It might have just been because I refreshed the chat as soon as you put your message in. So that's my fault. But yeah, I have a video with Random University coming out 8 a.m. tomorrow. I showed him a bunch of Power Ranger clones and ripoffs, and he was really interested in it. So I'm kind of glad I got to sit and talk with him. We had a really fun conversation. I mean, me and him spent a good majority of that conversation just laughing and making fun of stuff that was going on. So it was really fun. It was a really cool conversation. So yeah, I really hope everybody checks it out, because even though it's a longer form video, it's really worth the watch. But yeah, I wanted to see this because Casey Tron, for anybody not in the know, settled out on her lawsuit with H3H3, and she's not supposed to be really speaking on anything involving Ethan Klein, because that was part of their agreement for him to drop the lawsuit on her. But now I guess she's saying something, so let's see.
But yeah,
and the other thing is too, is I don't want to spend too much time, because Logix is going to be streaming soon, and I want to be able to catch his stream. So I want to make sure that I can get through all this stuff and be able to catch his stream at the same time.
So I wanted to just address this girls in like these Austin, Texas streamers.
You know what happens on the first of the month? It's the first of the month, so get up, get up. I get those Casey Tron cha-chings. Like, they're talking about her so nasty. She didn't do anything except be like, why do I need to save ice? Like, I'm just here playing video games, right?
Oh, well, that's what this is about. It's about, okay, this is about Casey Tron saying a bunch of shit about Emeru. Okay. Yeah, I definitely got to figure out what the hell this is about.
It's the same reason that Denims is going in on her, because of what she said about the lawsuit.
Yeah. So I think Casey Tron must have forgot her position on this. Right? Hopefully I don't have to remind her.
I just wanted to address this. Let me read off a statement. I had it approved by my lawyer.
So, our favorite washed-up e-girl, Casey Tron, just graced us with a lawyer-approved...
I do not understand how Casey Tron was ever considered an e-girl to begin with. she's never really given me e-girl energy. And I mean, when you look at the actual e-girls on Twitch, she's nowhere near close to any of them. So it doesn't really make any sense to me. Oh, damn. Okay. I had to fix that. My chat box was going crazy.
Statement in retaliation to Ethan Klein going off
Let
on
me
her take
double
on
check.
the
I'm gonna-
Emaru Ice situation. She looks to be upset because Ethan is very publicly roasting her opinions on the situation and boasting about the first of the
I wanna
month
see.
being when he receives his
Yep, it fixed it.
Casey-tron
Okay, now I'm
paychecks.
happy.
I guess she thought that was malicious enough that she needed to release a lawyer-approved statement against Ethan.
That's what I'm saying, Bean. Like, usually when you're talking about e-girls, you're talking about, like, legitimate girls that completely try to sexualize themselves on the internet for money and views, pretty much. Like, she has never screamed e-girl to me, even when she first started out on the platform. It never really seemed like e-girl material to me.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, if you don't want him commenting on you, then maybe stop saying so much stupid shit. I mean,
And that's the point, is that, like, that was part of their agreement for him to drop this lawsuit, because he could have rammed her for so much money. And he was willing to take a shorter pay cut. He was willing to take a shorter pay as long as she stopped talking about Ethan. But apparently, she thinks that she can still talk about Ethan and there's going to be no consequences. Because if she breaks the agreement and it's on video, then she's going to have to come up with more money, and she ain't got it.
you are a public figure after all. Let's take a look at her statement first, and then we'll take a look at the clip that made her make it.
Okay, play the clip.
And of course she's smoking weed.
I wanted to address, I did want to address this, just really quickly.
So stupid.
So basically, like, girls in, like, these Austin, Texas
You
streamers.
know what happens on the first of the month? It's the first of the month, so get up, get up. I get those Casey-tron cha-chings. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month, so get up. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
That's all I think when I see Casey-tron. I hear cha-ching. It's the
I just wanted to address this.
Of course you did.
Let me read off a statement
Just
I had approved by my
Welcome back,
lawyer.
Casey, we love your 2020 gift.
Wait, is she really captioning this whole thing, but she's doing it so damn slow that it doesn't make any sense to caption it?
I appreciate everyone's support and understanding over the past year. In regards to the lawsuit, I made a decision that was best for me and my family. Threats of homelessness, amongst other disgusting things, were getting too much to bear, especially whenever it wasn't just me facing these threats. Ethan continues to make harmful statements directed at me, but rest
That he's allowed to. And the fact that she needed a script for this shit is so cringe. It's beyond cringe that she needed a script to be able to... But I get it. I mean, she smokes so much weed, she can't remember 2 sentences, let alone a whole script. So I get it.
assured. Through the help of friends and family, I have completely moved on.
Just gifted 1 sub. An anonymous user
Okay.
gifted a
Good
tier
Lord.
1
Let me start over.
VP.
Oh my god, here we
Let
go.
me start over.
No, don't start over.
Moron.
Wait, is she legitimately getting mad that somebody gifted her a sub because it broke what she was saying? That's your fault, stupid. You're the one that did that, not them. They're giving you support and you're... Oh my god.
But yeah, I wanted to just address this in, like, these Austin, Texas
You
streamers.
know what happens on the first of the month? It's
Oh
the
no.
first of the month.
No, she's really starting this from the beginning? No, dude, come on, bro.
So get up, get up. I get
Oh,
the...
Yeah.
no.
That's all I think when I see Casey-tron. I hear cha-ching.
Okay, I want to see if she says the exact same words right after this, because I thought that that was an improv. But if she really made a script for this, dude, this is gonna. Oh no.
So I just wanted to make a comment on this that I did have approved by my lawyer. I appreciate everyone's support and understanding over the past year. Well, I guess it's been a little bit less than a year,
Oh
but
my god, dude.
in regards to the lawsuit, I made a decision that was best for me and my family. Threats of homelessness, amongst other disgusting things, were getting too much to bear, especially whenever it's not just me facing these threats. Ethan continues to make harmful statements directed at me, but rest assured, through the help of friends and family, I have completely moved on from the financial damage this man caused. It's been a tough year, but I'm looking so forward to the healing and growth ahead of me.
Oh my god.
That's all I wanted to say.
You needed to say that shit twice? Because somebody gifted you. That's what was so important, that you needed complete silence to say that shit. That was so full of nothing. I don't understand. You gotta be kidding me, man.
I have moved on. And,
no, you haven't.
I have moved on from the financial damage. And I really am looking forward to the year ahead. And thank you guys all so much for your support. I just wanted to address that because I felt like he was I feel like he was saying that to be harmful. So
of course he was.
So happy.
And you were also being harmful when you maliciously intended to steal views from him. So he can be that way with you.
Happy for you, girl. Right now I just need to get this basement remodel paid for. Like, honestly, the debts that I'm dealing with now is this basement remodel and then a bunch of vet bills. But we'll get caught back up. Like,
no, you won't.
But yeah, that other part of my life that is behind me.
Not if you keep spending all your money on weed, stupid. You're never gonna fix your basement. Your dog's never gonna see a vet, or your cat. I don't know what kind of animal you have. It doesn't matter. You could have 50 of them. None of them will see a vet if you don't stop smoking weed. Like, this is so insane to me. Yeah.
Oh, brother. She did not just start her lawyer-approved statement while coughing from a bong hit, did she?
Yes, she did. 100%.
Look, I like weed as much as the next guy, but I probably would have made my statement first before taking a bong hit. But that's just me, I guess. Anyway, I'm kind of confused, to be honest, because what is the point of this whole lawyer-approved statement? Is she, like, trying to fire...
It wasn't anything that would have gotten her in trouble anyway, so it doesn't make any sense why she did this to begin with. Like, what was the purpose behind it? That she needed to get that approved by a lawyer for? That's what I don't understand. Like, oh, she's doing that pay pig speech. She constantly needs that money for something. Yeah, I think that that's exactly what it is, Bean. I think she's doing that to farm sympathy, so that way she can get as many donations as possible. But her saying that it's approved by her lawyer just has like a weird feeling to it. It's like nothing she said had any malicious intent behind it. She was just talking about her personally, so there was no need to speak to a lawyer about that statement to begin with.
Or warning shots at Ethan or something like that? Or is she just trying to refute the whole Ethan boasting about receiving KC-Tron paychecks at the beginning of the month? Like, she's saying he's doing this just to be malicious and nasty. But, does she forget about the clip that Ethan is responding to in the first place? Because he's literally roasting you for being malicious and nasty to Emaru.
Exactly.
All because she didn't want to make political statements. Like, KC-Tron's clearly doing what all the other Hassan orbiters are doing and trying to maliciously paint Emaru in a bad light to get one over on Asmongold and try to separate him from his friends. And what? She's mad that Ethan made some sort of comments pointing out her hypocrisy and extremely stupid points? Like, just take a look at this clip and remember how she said that Ethan was trying to be purposely harmful to her.
Cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like these Austin, Texas
You know
streamers.
what happens on the first of the
And I don't know about anybody else, but I hate her voice. Her voice is so infuriating. Like, she sounds like she's never fully awake. She sounds like every person when their eyes first open in the morning and they try to speak a sentence. That's what she sounds like. It's the least amount of effort, like, vocally that she could do. It's so infuriating.
It's the first of the month, so get up, get up. I get those Casey Tron cha-chings. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month, so get up. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
That's all I think when I see Casey Tron. I hear cha-ching. It's the first of the month, so get up, get up. I love
That's
her.
exactly what it is.
She's actually my biggest patron.
Girls start wearing cowboy hats. That's whenever you got to watch out. They're about to start saying some really crazy shit, or maybe nothing at all. She's like basically like.
Pick a lane.
This is what I love. It's like you either say crazy shit or nothing at
Yeah,
all,
pick a
and
lane.
apparently it's the same nowadays.
Yep.
She did say nothing at all.
She is. She's like a pick me for like incel freaks.
Whatever you
Like,
say.
Dude,
like
this
a bunch of, like,
incel
More
shit.
jealous. More
This-
jealousy.
Alt-right incel freaks start being like, oh, you're one of the good.
It's always incel. It's always incel. That's all her dumb ass knows what to say. I think she doesn't understand what the hell an incel is. She's completely mentally slow. And I was trying to say that nice. Like, she is beyond smooth brain. Like, she is cue ball smooth. Like, I don't get this. Like, she only knows one word as an insult to people, and it's calling them incels. But it's not even buzzwords. It's buzzword, Bean. It's literally a single word, and it's the only word she knows how to use. She doesn't call them simps. She doesn't call them freaks. She doesn't call them anything. It's literally only calling them incels. That's it. Like, if she spiced up the vocabulary and she said some other insults, it would probably be a different story. But considering this is all it's been for like a year, and this is the only thing she's got to say when it comes to men in general, or even women. Like, it's so stupid. It's really stupid.
Good girls. You know, like, oh, you're one
said
of the
that?
good ones. You're not like you know.
Like, you're not a pick me, please.
She probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of
So
dollars. every
a
single-
few
There's
people
one
in
right
the
there.
chat.
There's one right there.
These two, by the way, are the ones lecturing people on activism.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Amaru said, "Eyes, let me hit that." Amaru didn't say eyes fast enough.
Mike from
She doesn't do
Tatooine.
real activism like we do.
Dude, Mike from PA is the ultimate version of an incel. You want to call somebody incel, call Mike from PA an incel. He is the textbook definition of one. I mean, I've watched that man get shut down so many times by women in the middle of streams when he's clearly trying to hit on them. But no, he knows Hassan, so we can't call him that. And that's basically all this is.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Anyway, shout out Casey Tron.
If they're not friends with Hassan or they're not in Hassan's orbit, then all of a sudden they're automatically incels. Which is the dumbest thing in the planet. I'm not gonna finish this because I think it doesn't get any. Yeah, it just takes a deep dive into. Yeah, I'm not doing any more of that. I just wanted to see your actual response. The Jack Doherty thing I can really wait on. I want to see this Onision thing. How long is this though? Okay, it's not that bad.
It's been a while since I've uploaded a pre-recorded video like this, but I had to because we have an update, all right? We have a significant big onion update. Okay, I wouldn't be making this if there wasn't something substantial, something to actually bring you that's news that you probably don't know about, that nobody's really talking about on YouTube. So, allow me to be the first person to give it to you. Okay, for those of you who are living under a rock, the last year and a half, almost 2 years, Onision is in a big lawsuit. He's being taken to court for sex trafficking. I'm not exaggerating.
Oh no!
So on.
Oh no! I knew Onision was a weirdo. Oh no, this is a whole nother level. Motion up for protection order, redaction of personal identifying information, and use of first names only pursuance. No. Dude, Onision might be going to prison. I've been waiting for that day, man. I've been waiting for the day when I get to see Onision actually get put in handcuffs and have to sit in a cell for the rest of his life. I've been waiting for that day for so long. But Onision, just for some reason, he keeps finding a way to skip past any and all accountability when it comes to any of the crazy shit he's done. By bringing a minor into his home, which he did, in fact, sleep with because the girl admitted to it. Getting brainwashed. Well, brainwashing multiple women. It like that. The shit goes on and on and on. And now he's getting this, and he's sex trafficking women. Come on, dude.
Friday, January 16, 2026, Onision filed a request for emergency relief. Now, it's also important that I mention that he's representing himself by himself. What's called pro se.
Of course he is, because he thinks he's smarter than a lawyer. He's a fucking psychopath.
In court, he doesn't have a lawyer. He's doing everything by himself. If you've seen my last two videos where I cover this legal stuff, you would know that it is really, really disorganized and it's not formatted properly for the court. And it's just like the document that he submitted for discovery for this lawsuit that's ongoing is horrible. Like, he's just not. This is why you hire a lawyer to do stuff professionally, so a judge can actually look at what your claims are, rather than just be completely disorganized and zoomed in screenshots and just crazy crap. But January 16th, he filed this. What is this? Well, he was going for a protective order, but the reason that he filed this emergency relief in the courts is because something happened IRL at his house. And I swear to God, I did not do this. I wouldn't do this. I don't know who did this. Onision has accused me of things in the past, but I just want to get this off my chest.
Well, of course he's gonna accuse you, Repzion, because you have done nothing but shit on him since the beginning of time. And it's okay. I'm not gonna just say that, but it's been completely well-deserved. But he is gonna point the finger at you no matter what. Even if you're like across state lines, if you're on the opposite end of the country, he would find a way to blame you.
I didn't do this. I had no influence of this. I would not tell somebody to do this either. But Onision went to check his mailbox, and in his mailbox, there was a note in his emergency relief filings.
Onion boy. Oh no.
Exhibit 1, message found in defendant's mailbox, untouched on discovery and photographed immediately. Nice try, Onion boy. You still a PDF file. KYS yourself, F-slur.
You want to know what's going to be even better? Is that if Onision did this. That's going to be crazy. If Onision ended up making this himself to sit there and try and make himself seem like a victim in the middle of this protective order and stuff like that. Oh, man, that's gonna be crazy. He deserves prison time. I really don't give a shit how they feel, but he deserves to be in prison. He doesn't deserve anything less. I've seen people do that a lot. Oh yeah, 100%, Bean. Yeah. But Onision, I don't know if you know who Onision is, but he is probably as close to a walking meme who is in turn a psychopath you're probably ever going to see. And he's been on the platform since the inception of it. Yeah, like if you want, there's plenty of documentaries and full-on like lore videos about Onision and all the stuff that he's done, but he has escaped accountability on so many of the shit things that he's done in the past. Like he's legitimately brought minors into his house to groom them into dating him and then date him and his wife together, and groomed his wife at a young age and then got married as soon as she hit the legal age. No, that's not even true. They moved to a different state where it was legal for them to get married at her age and then moved back. Yeah, Onision is a terrible human being, man. Onision deserves to be in prison and he deserves to be locked up for the rest of his life. So, you ever get a chance, do the research and look in. There are videos that cover every end of his entire timeline on YouTube, and you'll know exactly what it is. And this will make more sense because I'm almost positive by the shit that he's done, I guarantee you it wouldn't surprise me if he did that.
Okay, is it messed up? Yes, a little bit. Just a little bit, but
it's well deserved.
It's also kind of funny. Like, look, man, you did have a YouTube video that I covered of you rating people's bodies who were under the age of 18 and rating them on a scale if they're hot or not. So
yeah,
like,
that too. He made a YouTube video talking about how he wanted to rate bodies and was getting like 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds to send them pictures of their bodies so he could give them a rating score and to tell them where they need to improve. Like, the dude is a real piece of shit. He is a dog shit human being.
Going with this narrative makes sense because of your own choices and things that you published online. How have we not come full circle and recognize why this is even being said in the first place? I don't support people going to people's houses. Like, if you're a YouTuber, ex-YouTuber, anyone, I just don't like people showing up at people's houses. That is it's very violating. But also, if I'm really being honest and I'm not fronting, I also don't give a fuck about Onision and like what people do or don't do, with the exception of like people shouldn't take photos of his kids if he's out in public and post them on the internet. That is like, don't do that. But when it comes to stuff like this, I don't care. I've dealt with stuff like this, and not to this degree, obviously, but I had people send me snail mail threatening me and stuff like that. But like, Onision freaked out. He freaked out. Submitted to court, and the morning of January 6, 2026, at approximately 7.
I discovered a handwritten note inside my residential mailbox at my residence. Disclosed filings of the case, and that defendants have sought to redact. The note was not stamped and had been placed directly in the mailbox by hand. It was not delivered by a UPS carrier.
7:58 a.m., I discovered a handwritten note disclosed in the filings. And well, congratulations, bro. Welcome to a lawsuit. It's really hard to keep things redacted. The note was not stamped and had been placed directly in the mailbox by hand. It was not delivered by a USPS carrier, and a UPS carrier wouldn't deliver that.
No, they can't.
I know that because I work for them. The note stated verbatim, "Nice try, Onion Boy. You're still a PDF. KYS. Bundle of sticks." He's explaining this. The acronym KYS is commonly understood to mean take yourself out. The note therefore instructed self-harm, which is consistent with the type of harassment defendants previously documented in support of their motion for protective relief.
Oh my God.
The phrase nice try appears to be a reference to my pending motion for a protective relief, in which I requested this court to redact my home address from public view. This may establish the individual responsible
Oh,
as
no.
actually...
Okay, now I 100% believe it's him. Because now that this is right here, it makes total sense. Because if they denied to redact his home address, he would do this so that way it would get redacted. Just so that way he could get his way with the judge.
monitoring the court dockets and has used the publicly available address to locate my residence. I also think that you're overthinking this. While they could have done the court docket stuff, you have to pay for that stuff. It's not super easy accessible. Like, you need to know how to manage and get around the court website. Like, I know how to do that stuff. A normal civilian most likely does not. It's a little complicated to figure out. However, your address where you've been living has been on the internet for several years now, before this lawsuit ever happened.
Oh, yeah.
So it could be very well that's how they're doing it, right? Like, I know that you want these documents of the lawsuit and your filings and all the filings happening to be private, but that's not how lawsuits work.
Nope.
I would know. I've done a lawsuit. You can't keep all this stuff private. It doesn't work that way. It's how the legal system works in America. The phrase, the phrase, onion boy.
I want to see.
Lock, in the note, I reported the incident to local law enforcement and the U.S. Postal Service inspection. Okay, first of all, the U.S. Postal Inspection is not going to give a living shit that somebody left that in your mailbox.
Yeah, because there's nothing they can do.
Why? Because the Postal Inspection, the actual team, they deal with theft and thievery and people breaking into mailboxes and stealing stuff. That's what the Postal Inspection Service is supposed to be doing for the post office. They're not going to give a shit that some random person put a note in your mailbox that said KYS. I'm sorry, they're just not.
Yeah.
I know this because I used to work for them. Later that morning, I received... God, I feel so...
Okay. Well, I want to get to the point.
Minor children reside in my household at the address that appears in my address.
Okay, I really don't give a shit about this.
You just know this, man. That and how it to our home and placing a threatening note in our mentions that he filed in court to have everything dismissed in the lawsuit against Sarah and Regina. Those have been officially slashed by the judge. This is the official document where motion to dismiss for severance claims and motions of sanctions. The court has considered the materials filed in support and in opposition of these motions. The record and applicable law being fully by the court grants in part and denies in part defendant's motion to dismiss and denies defendant's motion to sever claims. And the court denies defendant's motions to sanctions. In other words, it's basically saying, fuck you. No, this is going to is it going to trial? I don't know yet.
Ooh.
But that's a big deal. Like, him strike everything that Onision has done pro se is now officially struck out and dismissed. Worthless. What I will say, though, is if this goes to trial, okay, genuinely,
dude,
I will take a week off of work.
Yeah.
And I will be outside the courthouse with a camera crew.
Don't even go outside.
I'll be documenting.
Repsion, do not even go outside the courthouse. Offer yourself to the prosecutor as a witness, because you have so much information on this asshole that you alone, and you probably can get into contact with like Billy and Sarah and all these girls that he's put on his channel that have come out to say that he's pretty much abused them. I can guarantee you could get a hold of them to join you. And I promise you, if you actually did that, you could finally take this clown down for good and put him in jail. Put him in prison and let him rot in there for the rest of his life. That's what he deserves. He is a dog shit human being, and he does not deserve to be able to breathe clean air as he walks out the front door of his home. He does not deserve that shit. Nowhere near close.
this court case live outside the courthouse in my state of Washington. I'm dead ass. I will absolutely do that. And then, because I'm so curious on where this is going. Furthermore, Onision also gave a courtroom statement because this is developing like news media. Like people are realizing what this is officially happening, that Onision is in court and he's being taken a lawsuit with the fundamental crux of it being sex trafficking. In an email statement, Onision addressed the judge's conclusion on that point. Quote, as part of the laws associated with the motion to dismiss, the judge was not allowed to look over the 200 exhibits proving both Sarah and Regina are frauds who are actively abusing the legal system to further harass my spouse, who was physically essayed by Sarah. Still going through that. That's just crazy that that's something that you're still pushing to this very day. We have lost over $40,000 due to their suit so far and continue to lose more. Onision said in an email, I encourage everyone to review the exhibits, read the police reports, and compare them to the complaint. It is not a question of whether or not Sarah or Regina lied. It is a question of how many times they lied. This is a disgrace to all victims of all crimes who can't be taken seriously right away due to frauds like Regina and Sarah constantly using the legal system as a means to compensate for their own feelings of being rejected and outcast for their past unlawful behaviors.
Past unlawful behaviors is just a basic way of Onision saying that they smoked weed. So then he gets to call them whores and streetwalker and every other name under the sun, and it's all because they would smoke weed. So that's his version of unlawful behavior when it comes to them, and he thinks that he deems himself righteous to be able to do that type of shit to them for just doing something like that.
Now, I'm not even going to go with their past unlawful behaviors. We've covered Sarah. We've covered Regina. Those unlawful behaviors are literally boiled down to things like, oh my gosh, you smoke Mary Jane.
There we go. Yep.
How could you? You horrible criminal. And I almost forgot. Perfect segue into the sponsor of the channel today,
Well, I'm not listening to your sponsor, Repsion. I do appreciate the coverage that you give Onision, because somebody needs to talk about that moron, and if anybody can take that fool down, it's you, out of all people. I think if you could get a hold of Billy and get her to show up to the courthouse as a witness, I can almost promise you just her story alone is gonna paint Onision in the worst light possible. Well, no, that and his not his first ex-wife, his second ex-wife. The girl that was like a famous pop star before she met him and then completely ruined her career by marrying him. I can't remember her name, but regardless, doesn't matter. Those two alone would be more than enough to ruin that man to the point where he'd probably end up in prison. I mean, the dude was doing so much terrible shit that Chris Hansen got involved to track him down. And then Onision thought it was funny to call the cops on Chris Hansen. Like, he's stupid. Okay. But that's all I wanted to see out of that. I just wanted to see what he got rejected for. So, let me see. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, Bean, I promise you, if you go watch the whole timeline, it's way worse than what we just looked at. I promise you. Like, he's on, like, Diddy levels of bullshit. Like, he's that bad. His Logic's already streaming. Nope. Okay. So, I'm gonna check out this Nick Fuentes video after Gay Bomb drops. Okay, let's see.
Prominent right-wing extreme white nationalist, some describe as a neo-Nazi.
I like a good locale. I'll find a document. I'll tell you right now. I know one. Let me look it up, so that way you know the name. I think the Internet Anarchist one right here is good. And then yeah, the June the King video on him is really good as well. So, I would tell you, June the King's video. Oh, and The Right Opinion. The Right Opinion. He has a 2-part video on Onision. The Right Opinion does. So yeah, The Right Opinion has a very good breakdown of his whole timeline on the platform and all the stuff that he's done. I would check out The Right Opinion's video on it.
Fairly, because of his constant praise for Hitler and the Nazis, Nick Fuentes was really just following his lead and saying, hey, you're not really supposed to like Hitler, which obviously is correct. You're not, if you have any moral bone in your body. But I'm confused at, is Nick trying to moderate himself all of a sudden? Or is he really trying to get away with saying it was all a joke the whole time, all of his espousing of Nazi-adjacent views?
Well, if he doesn't portray it as a joke, he's done for.
For context, so you know I'm not just pulling this out my rear end, then I'll show you his rant against this other guy, alt-right type guy. Here was him on Piers Morgan.
What you, a prominent conservative in America, has to say about Adolf Hitler. Now, what do you mean by Hitler is very fucking cool? Because I think he's very fucking a monster.
Okay. And that's a clip. I think he's very fucking a monster. Do you hear yourself?
Yeah, I
mean,
do.
can we all grow up?
I do.
Can we all grow up?
He murdered
That
12
is just
million
childish.
people. He murdered 12 million people. What is very fucking cool about that?
The childish thing, Nick. Now let's be clear about this. The childish thing was you thinking it was a good idea to go to Miami with Myron Gaines of all people, the Tates, Sneeko, Clavicular, Walter Weeks is dumbass, and you guys decide to go party at a club, and y'all play the HH song, and then y'all get banned all the way across Miami. That's childish. Because y'all couldn't be normal grown-ass adults with any real-world thought on, well, maybe this isn't a good idea. Y'all think y'all can get away with anything. Like children do.
Tell me.
The edits, it's just cool. The uniforms, the parades, it's cool as a guy. You look at World War II, and it's fascinating, and it's interesting, and it's compelling. And it's cool. And, you know, we're just tired of saying these kinds of things. We want to talk like real people and give our honest opinions. And then we literally get an old Jewish guy from England who's going to say, oh, that's not very funny, mate. Me mom. And it's like, shut up. Like,
so that was just a couple months ago. And he had this clip played for him.
I saw something on Twitter. I don't even know if this is true, but something on Twitter said like, all of Hitler's girlfriends were 16 and 17. And Alex Jones, I don't even know if that's true, but if that is, that's probably why Alex Jones called Hitler a pedophile. And it's like, you faggots would be saying the same thing about Hitler.
Good God, dude. This is going to get me. Does this asshole not know what a damn censor is? Like, you can't do this shit. Like, is he just not monetized? There's no way this fucking channel is monetized. There's no way. He's almost got he's at 1.5 million. I don't know. It could be different for him. But like playing shit like this, dude, without censoring it is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a big problem.
MLK was a rapist and Hitler was a pedophile. It's like, you know what? The world's a little bit more complicated than that. Okay? The world's a little bit more complicated than you're making it out to be. Hitler was a pedophile and kind of a pagan. It's like, well, he was also really fucking cool. So, you know, time to grow up. We're not children anymore, am I right?
I mean, do I really need to listen to any more than that? But does that really... Like, nothing else after that is gonna help his point. I don't think there's any recovery from saying shit like that. But I am gonna check one more time. Okay. What, is Logic's just not streaming? I'm about to find out. I'm about to message him. Respond almost immediately. Let me grab my popcorn quick. What happened? Wait. So is nobody he said he was gonna do a spontaneous stream to watch the Asmongold respond to Birdman. Is he not live either? Or is he only live on Twitch? I don't know.
Man. Man.
What the hell is this?
And they're getting mad at him for this? This is fucking base. This is cool.
Big day, huge drama, new games, new big news and games, multi-streaming, What the fuck kind of a... What? What the hell kind of a...
If he was really the kind of guy that would go and do this, right? Is that he would not be going around making excuses for these Epstein clowns.
What kind of a title is this?
No, Real Americans Trash... Real Americans Trash America.
I don't know. I just know my wife's getting pissed off. I can't be on anymore. I was really hoping Logix was going to stream so that way I could figure out what this is.
I do. That's what I want to... Like, in our people say,
I don't know where else is the streaming at, so I can't even...
And he's drinking beer
Go to...
and, like,
Oh my god. But I don't even know
I'm like, oh, thank God.
where else I can watch this shit.
Finally, we're in the hands of somebody who's real. We're in finally in capable hands.
Okay.
Yeah, benching 315. That's right. It's based. They didn't care about the files.
Oh my god.
Emails and Pizzagate. Yeah, I think that's probably true.
Son of a bitch.
Looking forward to any games since Crimson.
Okay. Da-da-da. Okay. Okay, I don't know. It's alright. Hopefully, so... But, I mean, I just wanted to look at a couple of things. I was not planning on being on here for an hour. I figured it was going to be like half an hour. But, I do need to get going, though, because my kid does need to get to bed. So, if Logix does get on stream, I will be in chat. So, we can hang out. Other than that, I might stream tomorrow. It really all depends, because I think I have another video I need to get done. So it's gonna depend on whether or not I stream tomorrow. So let's just go with a maybe and not a definite yes or no. But I will see you guys tomorrow, though. Have a good night, everybody.